Welcome to the Kev and Pico show. As we always do, let us introduce ourselves.
Oh, it's so fresh. No, I'm not Stifler from American Pie. I am Kev. I love those movies, Pickle. I fucking love them.
And I, of course, am Pico. I genuinely did not know or remember that one, so I didn't know where that was going.
Do you remember what he did? Yeah, remember he
No.
ate the dog shit. He ate the dog shit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah.
Right, guys. Welcome, of course, to the Kevin Pico show. This is episode number 63. Great number. So, Kev, quick thing, because we're just after doing our intro, okay? I was at a wedding last weekend. Congratulations to the bride and groom. Got some constructive opinions, feedback on our intro, which was people know who we are by now. So we shouldn't do that bit anymore. It should just be like, welcome to the Kevin Pico show, episode number 63. What's the crack? That kind of way, okay? My feedback to that feedback was this, right? No matter what podcast you listen to, if it's the two Johnnies who are 200 and something episodes in, if it's Have a Ward, there are so many episodes in, like hundreds of episodes in, even THL, you know what I mean? The intro just stays the same because it's just an intro.
You have to introduce yourself.
Yeah, so like my logic was like, they're like, well, do you want to be them? Do you want to be the two Johnnies? Do you want to be? Well, it says I want to be as rich as them, yeah. But like, I goes, no, like you want to be different, but everything else about the show is different. So, as far as I'm concerned, we love feedback, and it's important to have feedback because that means people are listening and actually give a shit. But I think because you do your famous person quote thingy, that it's not just
Every
us
week.
saying, yeah, it's not just us saying, I'm Kev, I'm Pico, hello. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. Just thought I'd throw that in there. But anyway, episode number on Kyle, thanks for the feedback. Episode 63, which means we're on to 1963 in the history books. And my God, Kev, I am not going to lie to you, my friend. 1963. Don't think I could have handled it. Don't think I could have handled it.
Busy, was it?
It was a busy year. On March 21st, the Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary on Alcatraz Island in San Francisco Bay closes.
Always wanted to go there. Few people I know went there. Said it was absolutely tremendous.
Yeah. The last 27 prisoners were transferred elsewhere at the order of the then United States Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy. So I would love to know if anybody did actually go there who listens to this show. I would love if you have like some pictures to see. I mean, I've seen it, but I've not seen it. You know what I mean? Like,
one of the lads that in my other group of friends, and he's been there, and he said, tremendous, unbelievable atmosphere that's in it. Weird as fuck though, but absolutely class.
That's me. Like we look at like we have Kilmainham Jail, like you know what I mean. That you can go walk around.
Kilmainham Jail that's a lot of history in Ireland.
Oh no, but you know what I mean. Like we have like Kilmainham Jail, which is in the middle of fucking Dublin. Like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like this was literally on an island. Like you escape this, as everybody knows. You mean that's why there's films. You know what I mean about you. Like it's pretty incredible. But yeah, it goes down.
Was it the Rock movie?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. What a fucking movie.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I wanted to search for that now later on.
Right. August 28th, Kev. Right. Martin Luther King Jr. delivers his I Have a Dream speech on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial to an audience of at least 250,000 during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. It is at that point the single largest protest in American history.
Didn't look at too well from this.
No, and the worst thing is,
if Trump did that, he'd be fucking ridiculed for it. Just saying.
Yeah. The weird thing is, though, we're going on from a guy by him, and my next history thing is they're weirdly linked to each other, okay? We mentioned this guy last week, Kev. The assassination of John F. Kennedy in a motorcade in Dallas, Texas. U.S. President John F. Kennedy is fatally shot by Lee Harvey Oswald.
Bullshit.
Yep. And Governor of Texas John Connally is seriously wounded at 12:30 time. Upon Kennedy's death, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson becomes the 36th President of the United States. A few hours later, President Johnson is sworn in aboard Air Force One as Kennedy's body is flown back to Washington, D.C. Stores and businesses shut 4 days in tribute. Other thing, Kev, 2 days after it, Lee Harvey Oswald was murdered by nightclub owner Jack Ruby.
Again, bullshit.
Yeah, Talk to me about this. So this is the guy that was riding Marilyn Monroe. Yeah? No?
Yeah.
Right. So he got Hawk killed, and then he died a year apart, because we talked about that in 1962.
Well, see, he was involved. If you watch stuff about JFK, he was good to the Irish and all that, but he was involved in the mob, the Italian mob in say New York and all that area. So he was involved in all that sort of gangster paradise kind of going on. And so,
what a song!
If you kind of fuck with the mob,
they're going to get you.
Yeah, they're going to get you. Like, so
how did this guy get accused then?
Because he was found to be close to the scene, which fair enough. But no, I always thought that was no, I wasn't born at the time, but looking back, it was just a bit sus.
Yeah, gun residue and all that. Does that not exist back then?
I think there was all that sort of carry on going on, but I think he was framed. Who framed Roger Rabbit? All that sort of carry on. Nice. What a great movie.
Yeah, and she's hot. Right. Bertus. Kev, I'm going to say you love this man because of his hair, because of other reasons, okay? 18th of December, 1963, Mr. Brad Pitt.
No.
Really? Thought he would have been on your list.
No, he fucked over Jennifer. Dead to me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You are a big fan of Jennifer Aniston, CR, okay. Right, fair enough. No, I mean, obviously some good movies. Frozen. Snatch. Always nice saying the word snatch on the program. So it is, and not meaning what it actually means. Whitney Houston, Kev, God rest her soul, died on February the 11th.
You froze there for a second there, kid. You froze there for a second.
My apologies. Whitney Houston, August the 9th, 1963, obviously. Fortunately then died February the 11th, 2012. Bodyguard.
Yeah.
Actually can't think of any other film that she was in.
That was really it, wasn't it?
Probably obviously she had a huge career in singing in general, but I actually think of actual films that she should have had. And what a film, though.
Oh, a great movie.
Oh, brilliant.
Kevin Costner being all hero, manly.
Yeah, fucking deadly, boy. Right, my final one is my childhood hero. Number 23. Came back to 45 for a while.
There we go.
I went back to 23. Jordan. Michael Jordan, 17th of February, 1963. Happy birthday. In February, Michael Jordan, my idol growing up.
He was, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course he was. Like, you know what I mean? But it's because he's fucking class. Kev, he's a winner. He is the epitome of what you need to be if you want to be classed as a fucking winner. So he is. Like, hey, right. How's your week, Kev?
Busy week. Yes. Busy doing very little, but this week's crazy busy. My son, the sports star, okay, is involved in everything at the moment. So he's got rugby. Tomorrow night, he's got Gaelic training, right?
Okay.
Saturday morning, he's got rugby training. Saturday late morning and afternoon, he's got athletics. His first athletic meeting, okay? And Sunday, he's got his first GA blitz. Okay?
Wow.
So he's a busy young fella. So that's really going to be my weekend. But I started watching Bridgerton, Pico. Season 2 of Bridgerton has begun.
Yeah.
People are giving out about it. I'm kind of loving it.
But people are giving it for a funny reason. Like,
because there's not enough writing.
Yeah, and women on television are actually coming out and saying this.
But I watched episode 3. Okay, so I've done with episode 3. There was sexual tension, big time in the episode. I'm not going to ruin it on anybody.
Yeah.
Episode 3. Okay. I just want to say, right, the female audience had their person last year with Reggie Jean Page, okay?
Yeah.
Now, Pico. Oh, Katani. Okay. Pico.
Okay.
Katani. And our son would be, let's say, Sharma. So Katani Sharma, okay? She's meant to be the second sister. She's the older sister of Edwina. So Edwina is the younger sister. Edwina looks about 14, Pico, right? Just so you know. Okay. Katani, the sister. Okay. So her name is actually Simona Ashley. Now, I might get abuse for this, okay? But my goodness gracious me, Pico. She is one hell of a piece of physical, unbelievable body, right?
Okay.
The girls last year had the time to flick the bean to Reggie, okay? It's time for the boys to have a look at something. She is tremendous, okay? Tremendous. Simona Ashley, fantastic. Oh, Pickle. And even though you Google her. Oh,
I am. I'm looking at her here. See,
Damn.
the wife hasn't watched. She watched it in like 3 or 4 days, right? Okay, and it was on, and I wasn't watching it like at all. I didn't watch the first one, didn't watch this one, but like it was on, so like I saw stuff. But every time I was looking up, I expected to see some writing, and I didn't see a bit of tit or penis for that matter, because I know it was plenty of that in the first season, right? So yeah, I don't know. But then I was watching, like I watch a show every week called Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. Very funny show, right? It's on Sky Atlantic on a Monday night, right? It basically goes through the week in a comedian way, right? Okay. And he had a clip of all women in the American shows talking about Bridgerton 2. And every woman was like, it's good. It's good. Like it's good. But it's not what it was. You know what I mean? Like season 1 was good. And you're like, just say you missed the cock.
But a lot of people are saying it's because of the sexual tension is building and building and building. Like
to what? Season 3?
To crescendo. No, I think in episode 7, I think there's a bit of.
Well, somebody said there's like 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes of sex in the whole season.
It's supposedly one of the hottest sex scenes ever on TV.
Jason, I'm going to have to ask herself about that.
So that would last longer than you would. So, 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, more likely. Look, at 2.5 minutes, you're allowed.
Definitely.
Deadly. Good week then, Kev.
Simona Ashley.
But come here.
Piece of stuff. But you should watch it. This Edwina one, right? Meant to be, she's the diamond or whatever you want to call her, right?
Is she the sister?
She's the younger sister. She's about 14. Now, she's a good-looking girl now. But I googled her to make sure I wasn't going to have a wank over a 14-year-old. Because nobody wants to really have that. Okay, but she's 25 in real life, so there you go.
Could I use that as an episode name? I'm thinking probably not.
Probably can't. No.
Probably can't. No. Deadly, Kev. But listen, I meant to ask you, because it rolled into us recording last week. How did you survive when the wife pissed off again for half a week? Did you cope?
I got there. Yeah, we got there in the end. Kids survived. That was the main thing. I slept when I needed to sleep. We snoozed on the Saturday afternoon.
No.
I was lovely.
Yeah.
YouTube is a great piece. I don't really like YouTube, but
lifesaver.
I think YouTube saved the kids.
Yeah, but look, once they're alive and the woman comes home, I used to always say that. Like when I used to have Emma when she was a baby here and have you go to walk and draw her, I'd be like, she'd be, how's the day? I goes, look, she's there, she's breathing, she's alive. Now there's 2 of them. It's like, but they're both alive, they're both breathing. That's all my aim is when I have them, right? Is that they are still alive.
Survival.
When not my survival and their survival. But look, Kev, jump into my week quickly, right? Nothing really happened. Obviously had a wedding, which was brilliant, and congrats again to the bride and groom. And because I'm so massy going now, right? I don't see a wedding mass as mass. So I went to mass on the Friday morning.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, okay. And
holy fuck.
Wasn't happy though. Wasn't happy with it. I didn't like it.
The sound was short again, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't too bad. But it's where we turned this into a religious podcast. Trust me, guys, if you're only joining it now, like roll it back, right? Honestly, you'll realize
Pico literally episode 2. Pico, I think, literally went through the church for a shortcut.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stop him.
And most episodes since then, there's been a dig. So no,
I know he's found God.
I'm trying to find him something, but it's annoying me. I said it before. This whole thing about every second row is blocked off, and people are now going in and sitting at the edge of it. So you can't ask them to move for some reason, right? I mean, every second row, the whole way up the church, in the middle and the sides was full. So I had to kneel again at the back, which I hated doing because I like now going in. When I went the last time, I sat 3/4 way up to the church, and I eyeballed the priest when he was talking. I was like, oh, I want to get you. I want to know what you're talking about.
I want to feel you.
Yeah, well, no, he'd probably be thinking that about me. But listen, right? So that was it then. Went to Mass on Friday. And Anto Lines, Renegade 13, cut the hair.
Sharp. It is sharp.
But we had football the other night, and I said to him, Anto, you know what I said to you? I grow out of the sides more than the top. He was like, yeah. He looked and he goes, Pico, you'll have to come back in. I was like, yeah. It's because it must have been cut properly. The top part, because we did like a fade thing. It was like a half blade.
I can see
it. Yeah, it was like a half and then something else. I don't know what the fuck. It's growing at the top. Don't like it. Anto, love you. I'll definitely be back in to get a haircut. And then listen, I have to bring it up. Obviously got boosted, right, yesterday, and got busted today, right? I had one bad day when I had COVID. So the whole time, I just had one bad day. I was fine. Before and after, I walked through it and all. Didn't take any time off or anything like that, apart from that one day. Holy fuck balls in a bucket. Today has been horrendous. So it has. I got to be honest. It's like I've been struck by a bad god. So I'm like, hey. And Kev, you won't let me talk about it. But the Clancy Cup draw was done.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
For all
Yes, it has.
For all my fans of the club and fans of me, obviously, right? We got drawn in a 4-team group because they decided this would be the year to change it up and act like the other leagues that they're trying to not copy. So we got Redeemer, Border Legion, and Glenmuir United, who bet us last night in a friendly 2-1 in what can be described as the worst conditions for a football match I have ever experienced. So yeah, it's going to be tough. But you look, as I said in the post, if every season didn't get harder, you'd learn nothing about yourself. See, you wouldn't. Hey, so Kev, are you going to hit me?
I'll hit you. Nothing sexual this week at all.
Yay.
Okay. Would you rather be stuck on an island alone or with someone who talks incessantly?
Alone. Alone. All day alone. Alone. All day, all year, all life. I will be Tom Hanks. I will be Cast Away. Yeah, I will be him. I don't know what his character name was. I will be Tom Hanks. I will create a pineapple that looks like a football, and I will talk to him and call him.
What about an upside down pineapple?
What the fuck is that?
Do you know what that means? So if someone, if you keep an eye on it, if you ever see a girl, right, with an upside down pineapple necklace or an upside down pineapple tattoo, she's a swinger. Just so you know.
Really?
Yeah, keep an eye out. That is our go-to symbol. So you know, so a swinger can see another swinger.
So an upside down pineapple.
Yeah,
well,
so
there's the episode name.
Yeah,
upside down pineapple. Wow, did not know that. Oh, yeah. Kev, talking about tattoos. Sorry, we have to go back to the island. Sorry, just to quickly jump in, right? Yeah. So to talk about the tattoos that we said, because you all voted for me to get a tattoo, I am going to do it. We're booked in kind of nearly almost sorted for the last Saturday of April. 4 of us are hopefully going to go in together. Well, not together. Me and you will probably be in Oscars while they get it, and they'll be in Oscars while we get it. With Marvelink, Connor in Marvelink. So yeah, myself, Kev, and the 2 wives are going to go in. I'm not entirely sure. I said to Kev about getting the kids' names in like a Scrabble board thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like how that looks, but then I'm like, I don't know. And Avi saw this cool thing. It's like 2 kids, like you actually see 2 kids like they're holding on to like a balloon thing, but Avi's going to change the balloon thing to like a heart. It looks like a dandelion flower or something like that. But she has ideas. And you know what you want. Louise knows what she wants. I am still really not sure. Right. But anyway, I'm on the island, Kev, on my own, without a doubt.
On your own?
Yeah, definitely.
Who's going to help you catch the fish and get the water and all that sort of stuff? You have to do all that yourself.
I mean, get the water. You're in an island. You walk over with a bucket and go splash. Thanks very much. Grand. And when you do that, there'll probably be
seawater. You're going to drink seawater like that. You're going to die within a day.
Well, water, seawater. What other drink? What other water is there on a desert island? I'm
sure there has to be a lake or a pond or.
So this is like, all right. So this is, I was thinking like a Ben and Holly cartoon-sized island. So you're on about like a Skull Island sized. I watched that the other day. That's what's in my head. Kong, Skull Island. You're talking
like an island.
Oh,
I don't mean an island the size of fucking.
Am I the only living thing on it though?
No.
Oh, I might need somebody else with me then. I don't like spiders.
But then they'll be talking to you. Oh, this is a spider, and this spider's blue, and this spider's black, and then this other spider. Oh, look at that spider, and that's like just constantly talking.
You could gag them, not in a sexual way, but you could gag them.
I would. Oh,
well, yeah. Nobody'll ever know. Fuck, that's dangerous. No, fuck you. Okay, yeah, no. I don't know, Kev. I don't know. In my head, I'm thinking, I hear enough voices in my own head. So they might either drown out the guy who's talking nonstop, or they might keep me company when I'm there on my own.
I'd say you'd be talking to yourself an awful lot.
Yeah, like I do anyway. Like shockingly enough, like you know what I mean?
I don't talk to myself. I hear myself a lot, but I don't talk to myself.
Do you not? I always
have to tell myself to shut up. Like as in the voices to shut up.
Yeah, like what, the evil one and the good one. Like you know what I mean?
There's always the evil one.
2 evils. Rah. So it is like deadly.
And they argue with each other.
Oh, too fucking right to do. That's why we take tablets, Kev, to try to tone one of them down. The other one up a wee bit.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Fuck, must go back on them. Right, listen. So, listeners, would you rather question, Kev. I asked you a little bit about this beforehand because I wanted to word it right. Because basically what they wrote was this, right? So, and again, the exactness of this could be slightly off, right? Because the question is, right, would you rather get ate by an anaconda, right? Which I remember from anaconda, it like eats you like literally whole, right?
Big snake.
Yeah, but the question was from your feet up or your head down.
Oh, head down.
Now,
you want to dive first.
Well, yeah, but that's what I was going to say, because we were talking about this and you were like, oh, you think that they suffocate you or whatever. So the question doesn't really state whether you're dead or alive. Presumably you're alive when he's doing it.
If you're alive, head first.
But like, how long does it take for you to die?
It wouldn't take that long.
Because he like inhales you almost. Like it's all of you.
So like your skull is crushed and then you'd be dead. Like if you're going in feet first.
You're watching it like.
Oh, you know what's happening.
Have you some TikTok video, hey? Imagine that TikTok video, hey. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah.
Head first.
And maybe you wouldn't necessarily see it. So if you were laying down and he came this way.
Yeah, you wouldn't know anything about it.
You wouldn't know. Whereas if you see him crawling towards you, you're like, oh man, this isn't what it should be. Okay.
Jesus.
Oh, he's at me knee. Oh, he's at me Mickey. Oh, he stopped. Oh, okay. He was disappointed, so he faded away, like most women. Right, Kev. We got to jump in with our usual weekly plugs, but we've an extra special thing to mention about one of our plugs this week. So, as always, Michael Lynch's Menswear, Clonbrassil Street, Dundalk. Communions and confirmations are happening like soon. Yeah, soon. Yeah. And me and Kev have seen the kids' outfits in there.
Class.
They look better than fucking some dudes on Wall Street, right? They look unfucking real to do.
Wall Street? Who wears a decent suit in Wall Street? That's just a fucking stupid thing to say. Yeah, but they're shit suits.
Not for the rich guys. Like Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall, you know.
Yeah, they were shit suits.
Where are they?
Americans are always shit suits. American wearing suits are too big for them.
If we ever get Matthew McConaughey on, we can ask him this question, Kev. We can ask him.
Hey, you know what I watched the other day?
With Matthew McConaughey?
No.
All right. What?
With my mate, Ryan Gosling. Crazy Stupid Love. Now, he can wear a suit. He puts on a decent suit.
Okay. I don't get it. I know. He'll always be the kid from Remember the Titans. You know what I mean?
The long hair.
No, he didn't have long hair. He was like the country boy that was like, ew,
oh, he was, that's right.
Yeah. So he was. He'll always be him, like, you know what I mean? And then Tony's Pizzeria, we are doing a competition. I just simply forgot to put it up today because I felt so shit. It'll be up probably tomorrow. We'll do it over the weekend or something like that, so we will. But again, huge thanks. Kev obviously had a conversation with Vinny about Scampi and all that kind of stuff. And he's going to give him a free portion of Scampi, maybe.
Lovely. I'll take it.
Yeah, of course, you take anything free, you fucking bastard. And then also, guys, Peter Cherry Goalkeeping Academy. Big news with them today, okay? Peter is now the goalkeeping coach for the Special Olympics goalkeepers. He had some videos up from the trainings done. The videos were today. It might have been yesterday evening. I'm not entirely sure, but there was videos up anyway, right? Of him showing how to do it right. That's class. Peter, credit to you, man. Look, you're setting up the kids, the little cherries. You're doing the goalkeeping things for all the obviously olderish kids and that. So yeah, brilliant, man. Fair play to you. Just want to say, absolutely brilliant. So it is, and a massive well done on that. So it is. Okay, Kev, we have a lot of topics this week to cover, but last week, me and you named some places that we wanted to bring back to the town of Dundalk.
Oh yes, Abracadabra was, I think, my number one.
It was. However, we put it up on
number one
Instagram.
again?
My number one was, I have no idea. Oh, Amber and all that. Yeah, Amber. Right. So we put it up on Instagram, right? So here's some of the stuff we got back, right? So we got Declan's. Remember Declan's shop down the bottom?
Oh my God, Declan's. That was a great shop.
Yeah. Did that turn into not a Chinese, like a spice box, spice bag place, and then that
Valley something, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was. The Four Lanterns was mentioned by a few people, obviously. So it was. Moe's, which of course, you can guess who mentioned Moe's.
Mo.
Jay.
Oh yeah, he used to do a bit of stripping in there.
Yeah. And then Martin sent in one, Kev, which I can't believe he sent because you said it. Paz. Jesus, I'd love a club sambo, chips, and a pint of milk. That's the exact thing that he wrote, right? We got Supermax, which I mentioned with me, 4 Lanterns or Supermax. And then you talked about this place before, Kev. I have to give Nuge a shout out for this. The Sega Mega Drive shop beside the Windsor. You could go in and play all the latest games.
Yeah.
You were talking about that one thing before, weren't you?
Yeah.
Good old Jamie and somebody else as well. I don't want to give all the credit to him. Whispers. Can't remember Whispers,
Great spot, Pickle.
Absolutely nothing fucking wrong with it. I have to say.
For even a late drink, no better place for a late drink than Whispers. Very good spot.
Yeah, definitely. Hey. And then obviously 58X was mentioned, which I kind of mentioned with my whole Amber, Dane's Bar, Big Greyhound and that. Supermax got mentioned.
What do you mean? What? Whoa. Big Greyhound.
Yeah, remember the Dane, Big Dane. Sorry.
Yeah, a Great Dane, not
Dane
a Greyhound.
Dane Hound? No, Dane.
Just a Great Dane.
Oh, Great Dane, right?
That's
okay.
all.
I got mixed up with Great and Grey. Sorry. Okay. Vickers, obviously got mentioned as well. We've all been there. Supermax again. Lawler's Bow. Fuck me. Never even. I used to love Saturday evenings in there. Hey, Saturday evenings there were brilliant.
Tuesday during the day used to be great pint of too.
Brilliant. And then our mate Gav, who, unless I'm wrong, when this airs on Sunday, will be a married man.
Really?
I think Gav is getting married on Saturday because I met Woodsy the other day, and I'm nearly 100% sure that's who he told me he was getting married on Saturday. I'm nearly fucking there. And if it is, deadly, congrats. If it's not, I'm sure it'll come soon, right?
Soon enough.
Yeah, the 4 Lanterns in the Ark is what he said. Record sleeve. Now, is that the one that was at the Long Walk, or was that the one that was in the old shopping centre?
I think that was. Center.
I think, wasn't it? Hey? Toy Master.
The Golden Discs was the one in the Long Walk.
Yeah. Toy Master.
Yeah.
Nothing like that now.
Across the street.
Yeah. Spicy Bites.
Spicy Bites.
Spicy Bites. Is that the place that Declan's became? No.
No. Spicy Bites.
See, that reminds me of a place called.
Yeah, Spicy Bites was down beside the Greenmount, down the side street of the Greenmount.
Oh, right. Then by Conlon's shop. J.R. Conlon had a shop down there.
Okay.
Yeah. That reminds me of a place called Tasty Bites. Taste Buds. Tasty Bites. I can't remember what it's called. Cali Burrito. James sent that in. Cali Burrito. I'm not even sure what the fuck that is.
There used to be a place where Mazzoni's used to be. It did lovely food in it as well.
Fuck. Okay, can't remember. And then the Fun Factory. Actually, Connor sent that in from Marvel Link, sent in the Fun Factory. And then Amanda, obviously from McAllister, sent in Vickers as well. So some great shouts, though, guys. Like, literally. Like,
some great memories, yeah. Like, some of those are, I think, every one of them, and great memories in them all when you think back.
It really is. And that's what it's all about, guys. You know what I mean? We're fucking making memories and remembering them, so it is. Like, hey, Kev, you want a bit of that aim and rain gobshite? We're all going to shower together and drive less.
He can't help himself.
He just can't.
He needs to kind of stop now because he's making a tit of himself, really, because he's asking to shower and take. I don't know what he's asking anymore. It's
drive to work 1 day a week, or no, take 1 day off driving. Yeah. What if you can't? What if you can't? Like, what if you physically can't?
This is okay if you live in a city or town, which Eamon Wine wants to happen, but not for the country bumpkin. So.
Definitely
and I'm one of them.
You are. Right, Kev, let's get on to the actual episode after talking shite for 30 minutes, okay? So, first topic this week is, Kev.
Tom Cruise.
No, fuck that. We're gonna wait a minute. No,
I'm making the fucking rules here today.
Right.
Okay, well, we're going Tom Cruise.
Yeah, go on.
5. I'll talk for a minute.
Yeah, go on.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
We're going to pick up 5 top Tom Cruise movies. Now, we mentioned this last week because we did a top 5 of
the Dundalk places,
of the dog last week. So now we're doing top because I said I kind of have it.
He knew his Bertha. He knew his fucking Bertha.
I knew his Bertha, yeah.
And look, this is going to be a weekly thing. So I'm going to put up an Instagram at some stage saying, guys, send in. We'll do top 5 event, and it can be sexual positions, it can be ex-girlfriends, it can be sluts that we know, whatever you want.
We do sexual positions for next.
Top 5. Can I just have top 2? No, right. So we will. Right, Kev. I don't have 5.
I kind of like choking now at the minute.
Yeah, it's not bad. So I was told. So I have not got 5 films, right? I have 8 films, right?
Well, you only allowed 5.
I know. So I'm gonna have me 5, but then I'm gonna mention the other 3 as like side
and honorable mentions and all
exactly. Now, Kev, you're his biggest fan, so give me what 5 and 4 is for you.
Okay, Valkyrie, number 5.
Oh my God. Seriously. Are you not a fan of his? No.
I like Valkyrie. Hang on a second. This is my 5.
Okay.
Valkyrie. Oh, I like Valkyrie. Valkyrie's a good movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to write out my 5 now, so I am in order.
Some of the Valkyrie kind of worked for me. So Valkyrie and Vanilla Sky with Penelope Cruz was my number 4.
Wow, I'm so happy.
I'm not going into Mission Impossibles because
no, and they're all shite.
No. Mission Impossible 2 was fucking amazing. So
Okay.
yeah, I go Valkyrie and Vanilla Sky.
Right. This is not easy, right, at all, right? And it shows how good this guy is that we can't decide on films, right? So I'm going to put as number 5, right, Jack Reacher.
Good movie.
Okay.
That was going to be my honorable mention, but yeah. Great movie.
I have 3 honorable mentions here, so I'm trying to work.
Well, I think that was his best recent movie, even though it's 2012. I think that was his best recent one.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to change one here. Number 4, right? I'm going to put in as Jerry Maguire.
Really?
Again, it was an honorable mention. I'm after changing at the last minute, right? I don't want to change it. No, fuck him. He's not in there. I'm going what I wanted. Number 4 on my list is Cocktail.
Okay.
Right. I'm sticking with my list, right? That's my number 4. Film Cocktail.
What was his name in Cocktail?
Not a clue.
Pico.
Yeah,
real Irish name.
Jerry.
Brian Flanagan.
Brian Flanagan. I walk with a guy called Brian Flanagan. I'm going to say that to him tomorrow. So I am. Right, Kev. Just number 3.
Just number 3. Days of Thunder.
It's in mine at some point, so it is, yeah.
Pico, it is.
Unreal film.
Unbelievable
so
movie.
It is. Like,
cold, tricky.
Cold, trickle. Trickle, not trickly. Trickle. Cold, trickle.
Trickle?
Yeah.
Tricky. Tricky trickle. But what? Pico.
Nicole Kidman.
I think the best thing is even the wheelchair race was one of the best.
Around the fucking hospital bit. Yeah.
I think that was one of the best parts of the movie. So just that competitive nature was still in them, even though they were mangled.
Yeah.
What a movie. And yeah, Nicole Kidman.
Oh, brilliant. The Film.
No, didn't
right. Yeah, you didn't fucking watch it, right?
Didn't
Don't
like it.
be talking shite to me. It means you didn't fucking watch it, right? Very good film. Gene Hackman's in it.
Yeah,
he thinks he's getting off with the wife when she's conning him, and brilliant. And we're not ruining films. These films are all
It's a good movie. It's a good movie, but he's done better.
Oh, you prick. Right, number 2, Kev.
A Few Good Men.
Yeah. You want the truth, Kev?
You can't handle truth, Pickle.
You fucking know it.
Again, Gene Hackman's in that one too.
Who's Gene Hackman in that?
Is Gene Hackman not in that one?
No,
well, Gene Hackman's in the film. Pickle, yeah, good shit. That's a good movie, yeah. The film. That's a good movie.
Is it now you do like the film, yeah?
Yeah, that's actually a good movie, yeah.
See, and that's why he's on my list. Well, my number 2 is Days of Thunder.
Okay.
That was my number 2, so we already talked about that, right? And there's no way in hell my number 1 is your number 1. Not a chance. And
well, I think I know what your number 1 is.
Well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you think it is. Tell us. You're his biggest fan, Kev.
Well, Top Gun. I'm not going to knock him for Top Gun, but I think your number 1 is Risky Business.
Nope. I didn't even have Top Gun wrote down on my list of 8 films, right? So before I give my number 1, because you mentioned A Few Good Men, I had that down, okay? And then I had obviously Jerry Maguire down as well, okay? So my number 1, The Color of Money. Yep. I said to somebody yesterday, I'm going to name this film to Kev, and Kev's not going to have a fucking clue what I'm talking about, right? That film is about 9-ball pool in America. Oh. He is a shark, and he goes and plays with Paul Newman, who was in the original Color of Money film, right? He becomes his coach guy, if you know what I mean. Like he's the money and all that kind of stuff, right? That film, because I grew up loving fucking pool, because I was very fucking good at it. I'm putting that as my number 1 film, because if that was on right now, I would go and watch it. The same as pretty much any of these films, actually. Like, even A Few Good Men, Jerry Maguire. Like, he's one of them cunts that he does films that you can watch more than once.
I thought you want to say Risky Business there. I'll give Risky Business a bit of a shout out. And also Rain Man, when he's looking after the bit of the ham.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mentioned that yesterday, one of he was like, "Oh my god, Rain Man, never even fucking thought about it." I was like, "Yeah."
That was my first video. That's the
Rain
first
Man.
video. Yeah, there's when we got our first VCR in the house, we got 3 videos free with it, and I remember Rain Man was one of them. Just so you know.
Man, I remember I bought a VCR in Castle Bellingham at one of them fairs, and I taped the 1994 Coca-Cola Cup final between Villa and Man United that we won 4-2, I think, right? And you know what happened?
The last cup he's won.
Nope, 96. Wanko against Leeds 3-0. Same cup. It taped in black and white.
Taped in black and white.
Taped in black and white, yeah. See? Anyway,
what colour were you wearing? Were you wearing maroon or were you wearing white?
I haven't got a clue, Kev. I don't know. I'm going to say we were wearing...
What year was it?
1994. No, we would have been wearing the big AST one with the collars, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but you could have been wearing it. Cool.
So it was like a, say 1994. So it is like a great time. So it was like a great time, say. Right. So you look that up. I wanted to talk to you this week about when we were 11, gone 12, the summer before we went to secondary school. I think we went up the mountain.
You weren't wearing AST Pico. You're wearing. Oh, I don't know what you're wearing actually. Some of them are images of AST. Some of them have Muller.
Ah, yeah. Oh, Muller was the cool one, actually. That was the stripey one. Yeah. Now we have these. Actually, no, this is an old one because we have the 2 naked ladies sitting arse to arse now, which are shite gear. What's that called? Kappa?
Kappa.
Yeah. Right, Kev. We went up the mountains when we were young. We went up with a leader.
Pickle.
We didn't go on our own, though. Mickey Reed, the army man, took 10 of us. Maybe.
Probably 7 or 8 of us.
Yeah, up the mountains. Nothing fucking crazy. We didn't shoot anything or anything like that. I don't think. What do you remember from that trip, Kev? Because I always try to remember the name of the mountain.
I don't remember the name of it. I just remember getting to like a gateway, right? No, I honestly do think, right, this is quite close to where my wife lives, okay, when I do think about it, right? And we walked, Pickle, right? But all I remember was we walked and we walked and we walked. I don't remember stop, and we weren't even meant to stop where we stopped. We meant to go further on. But the biggest memory I have of that day is we put milk into the river, into the stream, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was Bod was at the bottom of the stream, on the stream, and Mickey McCardle threw a stone off the top of where we were into the valley of where Brendan was, and it just missed his head by inches.
Yeah.
And could have killed him stone dead. Could have killed him stone dead. But that's what I remember. And I remember then the next day we walked to where we were meant to camp, and we should really walk that far because it was completely flat.
Well, yeah, was that beside a river or something like that? I remember a flash.
It looked into like a valley of water.
Yeah.
It was really, really far down, and that looked cool. We should have went there. I remember it just being completely flat.
Were we in the same tent? I can't remember who was in the tents. I think me and you were in the same tent.
Could have been, yeah.
So I remember hating it because I'm not a lover of the dog. I wasn't a lover of
outside.
No, you know what I mean? Like my daughter said to me wanting to camp someday, and I was like, yeah, we can camp in the kitchen or the sitting room, whatever you want. Like, you know what I
mean? We bought a tent, right? We bought a tent probably 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
And we've done it 3 times, Pickle, right? And it's the most horrendous thing you can never do. The noise of the wind against the sheet, you can't sleep.
Yeah.
The floor is quite annoying. And then last year we bought a mattress, a blow-up mattress. That's just as bad because you're moving in the mattress. You can't really get comfortable on the blow-up mattress. And then everybody starts getting damp. So you're damp and you're cold. And like I remember waking up and it was nice and warm underneath, but no way you put your hand out of the blanket.
Yeah.
And it was wet and damp. It was like, I was like, this is disgusting.
We're not at an age now for doing this, Kev. So we're not. You know what I mean?
I don't know how people do it.
No,
I don't know how people
do it. See, I remember when we were younger, camping up in Bud's house, right? But either Dodds or Kieran, right, the brother, right, would come out to us and be there like banging on the top, but like you're in there and like you're acting like you're cool, but you are shitting at sea hour, like, you know what I mean? Because you're in the middle of the countryside. It could be any fucking pedophile cunt, right, coming to get you, like, you know what I mean? And you'd watch programs and you'd hear stuff and you'd be like, That's him. That guy in the news from like Mexico. That's him inside Bod's house. So it is. I don't know. I'm like, it's something in my life that I'd be happy if I never do again, ever. Because what's the fucking point?
I don't remember being fearful up there.
No, that's because we had Mickey.
Mickey would look after us.
Mickey is an army man. Mickey would run through a wall, like, you know what I mean, like, and the wall would say "ow," like he's a fucking animal of a man. But like they were good days, though, Kevin. I think that was a setting you up for secondary school type of let's test the metal.
Secondary school.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, something happened with my tongue there, right? Yeah,
it was a stool that was coming out of your arse.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I think it was to set us up for secondary school, maybe to get us kind of a bit tougher. Maybe. How long did we go? One night. Long enough. Yeah. So I was like, hey. But I don't know.
I'd love to know where it was. I'd love to know where it was.
The mountain, right, was called Ballymacsumpton. The only reason I always remembered that is because I always thought of the Ballymascanlon Hotel. I always thought that for some reason, right? But it was called the Ballymacsumpton. That was the name of it. And we came
out. No.
I don't fucking know, hey. That's what I mean. Does that sound like
Ballymacallet is an area up towards the Lumpers and all that. So that could be about right.
But that's where we went, didn't we? We walked up that way. Past.
I had no idea.
Yeah, neither do I actually. But I remembered that walkway, and I certainly haven't done it since. So
I remember just being a gate in front of us, and then I was walking through the gate.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I just remember the bag being so heavy, and once he's given it to Mickey to carry or something like that, I was like, I can't walk up this.
But you were lazy. You were lazy even then, though.
But I shouldn't have been then, like, because I would have been fit back then.
Not saying you weren't fit. You were just lazy.
Yeah. See, I like that change. The way that changed, really didn't like. I saw it didn't like. Kev, I have to drop this in this week because I wanted to ask you last week, and we simply didn't have time because we had Rob Cowney's interview, and we said we'd shorten down the episode. We're not doing that this week. We're back to normal, okay? And also, who are we going to interview next day? Who are we looking for? Who are we looking for? I'll fucking tell you who. And I'll tell you after we do this topic who I'm looking for, right? And she's local. And she's got like 1 million fans, right? On a certain page. Right. So, Kev, were you ever out on a night out? Say you went out with the lads, you were in a nightclub, you met up with a couple of girls, let's all go back to a house party in like whorehouse or like something like that, right? Do you ever go back fully expecting? Because you were with the girl maybe at the time, or even if you weren't shifting or in the nightclub, you were together, right? Did you expect to go back to the house and have sex with that lady? And then she just went to bed on her own.
But see, a lot of times, Pico, when you're working in nightclubs and working in pubs, invitations would happen, or you'd kind of be cheeky enough to say, hey, what's happening after work?
Yeah.
Is there a party? And you'd go back to parties many times. Now, on some occasions, you'd go back and something may happen. On some occasion, you may go back and the person may be with somebody else at that stage. You might go back and the person is so ossified you can't take advantage of them because they're just too drunk or too drugged out of their eyeballs. So many times you go back because it was nearly every weekend, to be honest, for me, because we'd be going back, me and one of the lads, especially we'd aim, okay, well, you get a party this week, I'll get a party next week. But you'd always play the game of, okay, who are we going back to? And we always hit for the, you'd aim high, like, because let's be honest, the drink's in, the wit's out.
Of course, yeah.
You'd be aiming high, you're sober, they're drunk. Now, not, as I said, not too drunk, you weren't taking advantage.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'd be aiming high. But on many occasions, you'd be going with a route thinking you were sorted here, and then you'd blown out of the water. I remember one occasion, I asked a girl about this house party, and that was fine, but I didn't know that my mate asked about this house party as well. So the two of us were going back, thinking we were going to be with the same girl, and
you spoke well.
I was positive. He was positive. We got there, and there she is. Literally, we knew. I was like, okay, well, I'm going in first. Fuck it, I'm going to try. And there, open the door, and there she is, cock deep in somebody else. So we were like, I called him over. I goes, mate, it's neither of us tonight. And there she was giving a sock. So fair play to her.
Wow, hey.
And no names.
No. But what about? I'm going to give names in my stories though, because I'm just embarrassing myself. What about though? Forget say a walk night. Like say you were out drinking, and you were getting close to the girls and dancing and that, even if you did maybe drop the tongue, right? And it was like, right, come on, we're all heading back here, right? And then did you ever go back to the house party? Things are going great, and then all of a sudden she's like, right, I'm going to bed.
No.
Ah, right. See, I wish you had said yes to that.
See, there's when I met my dear wife. As I said before,
that sounded like you said gay wife. Just saying.
My dear wife.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if she was a bit gay. That'd be great fun. That would be. Oh,
I had a dream of that the other night, actually.
Hold on a second.
I just take a moment.
Yeah, I wish.
Wait, am I thinking about your wife being gay or my wife being?
You can think about which one, whatever you want.
Down, go.
But like, no. So what? I've lost my whole train of thought.
When you met your lovely straight wife.
Yeah, when I met my wife, I was sure. I was kissing her, having a crack. Things were going really well in the nightclub. I think I mentioned this before. And I said, right, so she says, I'm away. No, she goes, I think she said, I'm going home.
Yeah.
I said, happy days, lovely. So I left with her. And then she's like, where are you going? Where are you going? I'm like, well, you said you're going home, so I'm coming home with you. She goes, no, you're not. So I had to go literally tail between my legs, thinking I was sure that something happened, and had to go back in and back into Kyle and start drinking again because this was the plan hadn't worked.
This was a false starter, so it was. But look what it became, Kev. Look what it became.
Yeah, but I think that's why if I had to get the one night stand, I wouldn't have went back.
Yeah. Well, see, like they are good stories, right? And like, there's nothing too embarrassing about them for you at all. Like you got your tail between your legs with your wife. Yeah. Well, this is my problem, and you know what? I
should have buried him in the deep consciousness of me brain, you know.
And keep taking them tablets and they'll stay there, okay? So listen, right? I was thought that this could have been in my diary, right? But it actually wasn't. I must have just skipped. Kev has disappeared completely off the screen, but he has Bluetooth earphones. I know he's listening. So when I was 17, right? This is only the first one, right?
When I was young.
No, but it's not that. When I was 17, obviously, as we all know by now, lost my virginity in America. A couple of months after America, we went to Cookstown in Tyrone for another basketball-style camp thing, right? So I thought, sure, I'm only after losing my virginity with this girl. She's going to Cookstown. We're going to be at it like rabbits, okay?
Oh, she went with you again?
She was there as well again, right? But it was like, no, she just was having none of it. Like we spoke to each other, and that was like, no, everybody remembers, like it was shite when it happened. So obviously she was like, don't need to go through that again, like, right? So I met up with another girl called Lisa, lovely girl from Belfast, right? Called Lisa, right? And we were chatting, got on really great. We were, from what I can remember, we were doing a bit of smooching, right? Last night of the camp.
Okay.
She's like, cause we all had like dorms or something, you know what I mean? Like we all had like our own individual rooms and that where we were, right? I was like, oh, sure, like that's the end of the night, that's the end of the week. What do you want to do? And she was going, I'm going to head down to the room. I was like, Grant, sure, I'll pop with you. So I popped down to the room. So I'm thinking, obviously, I've just had sex, so clearly I'm now going to have sex all the time, which obviously was not the case at all. So I was like, right, cool, okay, so I'm back, and she gets into the bed. Right, they're really fucking like small single fucking beds, like, right? She gets into the bed. I'm just kind of sitting there. I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, oh, sit down beside me here. Like, sit on the floor and like, I mean, like, put your head back. Or I was like, oh, okay. So I sat on the floor. And I was 17 years old. I'm thinking, this is great. Sure, exactly anything can happen here. Yeah, no, I was thinking, this is class. Like, this is how it all starts. Like, so, right. So I'm there anyway, right?
Starts on the floor,
sitting on the floor. She's laying in the bed all wrapped up in her fucking jammies or whatever on, right? And we're talking away and we're talking about the week and how good it was. We made a deal with, look, if we both get to like 25 and we're still single or something, we should get together. Because obviously she lives in Belfast, all that shit. And you'd say end to do what you were trying to do. And you're like, yeah, that's a really good idea. Like, you know what I mean? And you're talking away. She's like, I'm getting tired. I'm like, all right, okay. I'm thinking, I'll nip in beside you there. And like, you know what I mean? We'll cuddle. Yeah, we'll cuddle or something, like, right?
No, I got a second. You're taking you on a finger up.
At least. Like, no. She was, oh, no, stay with you out there. I want you to stay there. I want you to stay with me. I'm like, yeah, I am going to stay with you. Like, I'm not going to stay here. Like, I'm going to stay with you, as in, either in you or in the bed, like, right? And turns out, no, she dozed off, and I spent the whole night on the floor holding her fucking hand.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I could have just let go of it and left, but no, for some reason I didn't. I fell asleep in a really like awkward fucking head sitting neck way. Like,
now that you mention it, there was one time.
Yay!
I thought that was going to happen, and it was in a hotel room, and Lois was in the back in the hotel room, and I was sure I was going to be with her, and I literally watched somebody else fiddle away with her.
Oh, no way. Fully fledged fiddling or just fiddling?
Finger fiddling.
Right. And then, because that was really a child, then you think, hey, Pico, you learn your lesson then. You're 17 years old, you learn your lesson. It never happens again, right? Turns out something worse happened, right? So, I don't know what age it was. Let's say 20, 21, whatever, right? Maybe 22 or something. I don't know, something like that, right? It was a group of us that used to all hang out together. We ended up like Ray and the lads and all that. We went Tenerife and all that kind of shit. So it was a group of us that always hung out together. But then there was a group that was linked to that group of lads that lived together in Manydown, I think. Manydown, I think it was, or something like that. And there was a girl that lived with them, right? The girl's name is Brona, right? And she walked with us, okay? No, did she?
Paul.
No, not really. No. Okay. Her ma walked anywhere with us. I can't remember if she did or not, right? And so always liked her. You know, good looking girl, really good looking girl, right? Okay, always liked her. Friends with her on Facebook and Instagram and all the more places. And like you'd be chatting with her, and that was good. And I'm saying, right, come back to the house, yeah, because again, it was a group of us, right? So she nips up the stairs, and one of the boys goes to me, "Oh, Brona said to go on up." I was like, "Sound happy day, stone." So I rap on the door, right? And I'm like, well, David said to come up. She's like, what? No. She said, no, no, just no. Like, I'm like, all right, okay, right, no big deal. So I thought, right, she's just obviously playing hard to get here or something. Like that, right? Yeah. Turns out she was playing really fucking hard to get, because I decided to do then was, you know what I'll do? I'll just wait for her to open the door, right?
What do you mean wait for her to open the door?
I sat in the hall, right? But I was that drunk, okay? I was like, any minute now, she can open that door. Like, literally, I'm just like, and I might even have been like texting or going, like, I'm waiting. I'm outside, like, waiting to open the door. Yeah, I probably woke up 4 hours later on the floor of the hall. With lads stepping over me to get into their own bedrooms and stuff like that. And yeah, it just, I mean, yeah, I think what it is that, you know, me and my diaries, I fall in love with girls like before I even know their last name.
Very quickly.
And yeah. So, and then look, there was another one as well that happened in Glenwood or something like that. It was a long, long time ago. They went back to a house party with a girl. This girl, Stacey, promised that I was going to be shifting this girl, which I was. She was like, stay. It was a taxi that collected her. She was, no, you stay because you won. You know, grand. Everybody else left. It was like me, her, and then this other couple who lived in the house. Our survey says that turned into, again, I'm away to bed. Bye. I'm like, so she's like, no. I'm like, right, good luck. I'll get my own taxi home then.
Well, how can you fuck up so much?
It's fucking me.
But read the situation.
Oh, I can't. Are you mad? Kev, have you not listened to my diary? My situation is, I love you.
But that's like going into a shop and saying, oh, can I have 10 penny sweets? And then coming up with no penny sweets. Like, don't be a dickhead. Like, I mean, like, there's dickheads and there's dickheads. Like, fool me once, fool on me. Fool me twice, fool on you. Like, fool me 10 times, fool the fuck. What the fuck sort of fool are you?
I know, but like, this is why we reminisce about stupid shit. Because I know that there's one guy out there, right, who has done the exact same thing as me. I hope to God, right?
I doubt it.
Yeah, so do I actually. I really doubt. Nobody would be that fucking stupid.
Just my hair looks desperate.
Yeah, really does.
We'll not be able to say, are we going back for the ride? Are we having the ride? No.
But you have to remember, we'll probably get into this at some stage, Kev, I'm sure. Sexual partners and stuff like that, maybe. I don't know.
No, we won't.
Well, you can talk about ballpark figure, right? And I can tell you this much. Kev. If it was a ballpark figure, it's not even a five-a-side ballpark for me, right? So it's not. But like, look,
more than 5 people.
Yeah, if I said five-a-side,
okay,
which would be technically 10 people, and it's not that. But no, maybe some week we'll drop that in.
And so do you know how many partners your wife has been with?
Yeah, and she knows how many I've been with, bar one. So yeah. Oh, good. So it is lucky. So she has bar herself because she chooses to forget it. Yeah, no. So that's what I mean. But no, like that's what I mean. There's you can work it out for a week, Kev. Try and tell us without telling us, right? Next week, like
It's more than you then.
Of course it fucking is. I know most monk people that have had more fucking sex than me, and I mean legal monk sex,
Monks.
right? So I do. Monk sex. Wow, that's another episode name.
Imagine, I'd love to be a monk.
Right? Why? I love the dress.
To see could you ride a nun?
Why, are you allowed if you're a monk?
No, I don't think you're allowed. You have to be celibate. But so does a nun. But that's the name of the game.
Really?
Yeah. The kind of riding.
But your priests aren't celibate.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Hello? Do you want me to rewind the last 60 years of history?
They're meant to be celibate.
So, okay, right. Thought it was like a choice.
You sign up for celibacy.
Wow. Surely you don't actually sign something for that, like.
Well, it's in you.
That's what Dean said. Wow, what a way to end the episode. Like. Oh my God, Kev. That is fucking hilarious. Like. Man, I know we were going to talk about motorbike racing. I might skip that for next week.
I don't even remember what you were doing. I don't remember that.
Right. Is there a place called Mulla Crew?
Yeah, Mulla Crew.
By us.
And the hill.
And the hill. And there's a pub out there.
When
we were young, when we were young, there used to be motorbike racing out there.
Well, there used to be motorbike racing in Darver.
Maybe it was the same one. Maybe they went like no. That was the one that went down the Ardy Road. That was
the Ardy Road is closed.
Joey Dunlop. Did he die?
Young Joey Dunlop ran.
But
no, that used to start at Mathis' Cross.
Yeah.
And round Newton Darver.
Yeah, well, this must have been another one then, because this was up by, like, was that near Loud Village or Knockbridge or something? Yeah. Loud Village, is it? Yeah.
I'm telling you, you're good.
I'm trying to, so I'm like, hey. But no, look, come here. I just thought, I wasn't sure if you remember, I came into my head the other day because somebody said something to me about that pub or something like that, and I remembered you used to go drinking in it during the week.
I think you used to play. Do you not play a fucking pool in it? No.
No, I think that was probably the only pub around it. They were never in the leagues or anything like that, so they weren't okay. At all. Kev, I want to give a shout out to somebody, and I have an idea, and I don't know whether to tell you on it live on a show or to tell you off, because I haven't asked the person if this idea is a good idea or not. Right. Right. First of all, Sarah Winky Music. She has her own page now set up. Right. She's doing her own videos again. She had COVID. Kev is hopefully scratching something there, wherever he's at. I want to give her a shout out, guys. I shared the page. I want you to follow her. The songs and that she's doing. You tell her a song, she's singing it. I was thinking, Kev, well, we should do some night on an episode. We should get her to join us on an episode and either sing us a song in the middle of the show or sing us a song at the end of the show. I think that's a good idea. Oh, right. I wanted to talk to you quickly about OnlyFans, right?
Okay.
I have no real idea what it is. I know what the idea of it is, but I don't know what you actually get in return for money. Like, is it fanny shots? Is it dress shots? Is it?
Well, I think based on my research that I've never done, is you can put in a whatever, say it could be $20.
Yeah.
And you might see a bit of test. And it could be $40, you get to see more. So the premiums go up the more you want to see.
Right. So
it's what I can.
You pay for what you get, basically.
Oh, like some of them give it away for free, but most of them don't. But I think so. You charge whatever you want to charge. Now, I've thought about doing this
for a male audience or a female audience.
Well, I don't give a fuck. I'm getting paid.
But all you're going to show is your cock.
But yeah, I could do me hoovering with me cock out. I could do putting the clothes on the line with me cock out.
Helicopter.
Helicopter with me cock out.
That would be premium, though. I think that would be premium level shit.
But I think you could have a towel hanging off it. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever done that game? Ever played that game? No.
Kevin, I'd love to play that game.
Sometimes I've hung a lot of towels off it.
This is hanging off me arm, mate.
Yeah, so like I thought of doing it.
Oh, well, so the reason I wanted to bring it up is,
especially the price of diesel going up, I'd fucking need a few quid.
Maybe you could do one with your Mickey pretending it's filling in the diesel or something like. You know what I mean? Like you could pretend like it's the diesel pump.
Would it fit in the hole?
Probably not, Kevin. Knowing you. I tell you what, if you test it out, don't send us any pictures, but just let us know. Okay.
I don't think it does.
So I am looking at what could only be described as the biggest follower we would ever have on this show if I can find a certain local girl from Drogheda. I know, Kev, Drogheda. Who wouldn't want to come on to this show from Drogheda? We love the Droghedians, right? So we do, okay? Niamh O'Connell, right? I'm looking for you. I'm trying to find you, right? Somebody.
I tried to message her before.
Yeah. Somebody listening to this show lives in Drogheda, knows her ma, knows her fucking brother, her cousin, her auntie or uncle, right? Get her to accept us, right? Okay. I've sent her Instagram request thingy, right? This girl has like 2 homes now that she's bought or something like that, right? She has a following that is incredible. Incredible. So, and the best thing is, Kev, I was looking through her TikTok videos, right? Fucking hilarious. No. They are fucking hilarious, though. Like, literally, I know OnlyFans is obviously something else, as you described, like hanging your towel off a Mickey and stuff like that, right? But, like, honest to God, on TikTok, the stuff that she, like, you know, the whole, I still haven't learned them yet. You know, the voiceover things where you don't talk, but there's.
Man, what I do for a living?
Oh, yeah. So you were looking at them too. She just seems fucking class, right? That is who I want on, and we have 6 weeks to get her on, Kev, because there's only one episode that I want her on.
69.
69, right? And I'm sure she will appreciate the irony and the joke of that.
Well, there's not much irony in 69. It's just 69.
But an OnlyFans girl coming on for episode 69, is that not a bit of an irony? I don't know. But listen, Kev, I think that's a pod, is it? Are we done?
That's what's done. We're just hitting the hour mark there now, kiddo.
Sound. No doubt it'll be just over an hour, so you'll not see our pretty faces on Instagram.
Guess what? That was quite clean.
Yeah, because we talked about a clean Bridgerton instead of a filthy Bridgerton like we did many, many months ago.
I know I mentioned flicking the bean to Reggie and all that, but that's soft.
But you also said that you made sure you didn't wank to a 14-year-old by checking she was 25 first. Like, I think that's the bonus of this episode.
That's quite decent of me not to do.
I think it is. And like I say, guys, Sarah Winky music, I share it, get liking it. I'm thinking we should get her on to sing a song live on the show, Kev. I think it'd be something good for us to do. Add something different.
I'd like her to sing if she's going to do one.
Tell her. She'll sing
if you look at TikTok now at the minute, there's a lot of people singing, say, dance songs like Cascada.
Yeah.
One of Cascada's songs, but singing it slowly. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Because you can actually understand the words of it, because it's not like like that.
Cascada was cool, though.
Yeah. That guy died. No, was that a woman?
There was a blondie one.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Massive eyes.
Yeah, she had very, very
big eyes.
Clear eyes. Right, well, look, guys, that was episode 63. As we always say, take care of yourselves, look out for each other. Have a fucking fantastic week, as Kev's face has just gone very bright for anybody who's watching. What the hell just happened there? Kev, I got us 24 people to go and give us a 5-star rating on Spotify. And you know how I did it? I stuck it in a WhatsApp group. Folks, it ain't that hard to fucking do. Literally, underneath the name, there's a symbol for 5 stars. Click on it. 5 stars, that's all we want. 3 stars, you can go fuck yourself. 5 stars, that's all we're looking for.
5 stars.
Put it in your WhatsApp group.
Subscribe. Yeah. And then fucking, what do you call it? Share the show.
The show, Kev. That's all we want, isn't it? Put it in WhatsApp groups, guys. We have clean WhatsApp groups, and Kev has dirty WhatsApp groups, right? Kev hasn't put them into his WhatsApp groups yet, I'm guessing. No, Kev, have you? Just ask the lads to do it. It's all lads say. So it is. Right, guys, we're out. We'll see you next week. Have a good week.
Cheerio.